Alright, you guys, I'm back with a new manga haul. And this manga haul is absolutely huge. Okay, yeah. So far, 2024 is done out really good for me, and I hope you guys enjoy my Wintertime haul. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to yet another manga haul. Hope you guys are having a great start to 2024, because as you can see, I'm having a great start with all this manga that's been delivered. But I'm sure I'm not the only one getting manga, so make sure you comment down below if you've been picking up any series lately, or what series you're waiting to drop in 2024. I know there's a lot of new series coming out. And also consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start opening the first box of manga. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so we got the first box right here, and I just realized that this is the first haul of mine that the main seller is Crunchyroll, because they did buy out Right Stuff. And one thing I'm noticing is that they haven't changed the packaging at all. So they have this nice paper right here, and they still kept the cardboard to keep the manga nice and secure. So I'm so happy they didn't change that. But one other thing that I've noticed is that their shipping and delivery time is way better than Right Stuff. Because at least where I live, Right Stuff took at least 2 weeks to deliver my packages. But Crunchyroll, with my more recent order, it got here within 3 days. So right now, personally, I like Crunchyroll a little bit better than Right Stuff. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. And the first series we have, I am so happy to finally own. I have been trying to get this series for a while now, and I finally got 4 volumes of The Gray Man. Guys, I'm so happy to finally own this. This is a bit of an older Shonen Jump if you haven't heard of the series, but it looks so good. I believe it started coming out in 2004, 2006, somewhere around there. So everything from the artwork to the story sounds and looks so interesting. But for those who don't know what it's about, the basic synopsis is about a boy named Alan Walker, which is him right here, and he joins a organization called the Black Order, which is an organization meant to eliminate the enemies of the story, which is called Akuma, something like that, and they send out exorcists to eliminate them. So it's a very basic Shonen Jump sounding series, but I think the story is going to execute very well in this series, so I'm really excited to start reading this. And this series is definitely a bit of a commitment, because I believe it has around 30 volumes, so it is a bit of a longer series, but I think I'm going to enjoy this series so much. But outside the basic synopsis, I don't know anything about the series. I haven't seen any spoilers, so I'm going into the series completely blind, so I'm really excited for that. But yeah, we got 4 volumes of The Gray Man, and I really like the spines on it too. It's a very basic spine, but I don't know, it just really pops for me. I really like how this looks. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the last series in this box. And the last series in this box is a series that I think is just going to be such a cozy read for when it's raining outside. And it's actually supposed to start raining in about 30 minutes right now. So after I'm done filming this, I'm probably going to start reading this. But that is Laid Back Camp. I got the first 4 volumes, and guys, look at the spines. I'm really liking the different color on this. I've always loved when manga goes different color on each spine. That's why I love the One Piece so much. But I'm glad they're not sticking to just one solid color, so I really like that. But the basic story of this is about these 2 girls right here that go around Japan looking for beautiful places to camp and eat ramen. And it just sounds very laid back. Pun intended, but this is going to be such a cozy read, and I'm so excited to start reading this. And since it's about to start raining when I'm done filming this, I'm definitely going to start reading this series. And I've noticed something about this series, but that is the artwork in it is very unique looking. I love it when they go on a different route than most manga artists and make it very unique, and I just really like how it looks. But anyway, I got the first 4 volumes right there. But that was all that was in the first box right there. So let's go ahead and move on to my Barnes & Noble haul. And this is by far my biggest Barnes & Noble haul because I typically don't like spending a lot of money at Barnes & Noble unless they have like a buy one get 50% off sale, which they unfortunately did not have when I went there. But they usually sell all their manga for retail, so I usually don't spend a lot of money there. But this time I actually got quite a bit of stuff, but I mean it's all worth paying retail because the experience of buying manga in a store is just really awesome and the experience is great, so it's completely worth it. But anyway, first series I picked up at Barnes & Noble were the next 2 volumes of Black Clover. I read the first 5 volumes like half a year ago, so I don't really remember it, but I do want to get back into it. So I picked up another 2 volumes, and I'm going to reread the ones I already own. But I do want to get into this series again, so I got the next 2 volumes of that. And then the next series I got, I am super excited to start reading this, because this seems like a very cozy manga. So I'm really glad I got to find this, but that is Volume 1 of Yotsuba. This series is like, I believe, one of the most highly rated slice of life manga out there. So really excited to start reading this. This seems like a very wholesome and funny slice of life. And just so you guys know, get ready for a lot of slice of life manga in this haul. Because around wintertime, I get in a very cozy mood, and I just want to have a really nice slice of life cozy manga to read while drinking hot chocolate. So Yotsuba, I think, is going to be a great manga for that. So yeah. And then moving on, we have Volume 1 of The Elusive Samurai. Now guys, I could have sworn this series was an older Shonen Jump because, I mean, look at the art style. I thought it was an early 2000s manga just by the art style of it, but come to find out, it actually started publishing, I believe, in 2021 or 2022, so it's a brand new series, which really shocked me, but I've always loved this kind of artwork, and the story seems very interesting. I've always been a big fan of samurai manga, so I'm really excited to start reading this, and tell me what you guys think in the comments below about this series, because I know absolutely nothing about this series. I just saw it and it looked really cool at Barnes & Noble, and I went ahead and picked up Volume 1, but don't know anything about this series, so really excited to check this volume out. And then we have a series that, once I saw it, I went ahead and bought all they had, volumes 1 through 3, because that's all that's out right now, but that is Akane Banashi. And guys, this series is like very popular right now, but this series is such a unique story. It takes a complete different tone on what I usually read in Shonen Jump. So this is a very unique storyline, and really excited to start reading this. But all I know about this story is that it follows our lead character, which is Akane, I believe that's her name, right here, that's following in her father's footsteps to be a professional rakugo, which was a Japanese way of storytelling. It's when you sit on a stage and do a story routine, different characters, and that's all I know about the series, but it seems like it's going to be a really fun read, and really excited to start reading this. But volumes 1 to 3 of Akane Banashi. And then we have a series that I know absolutely nothing about. I just saw it at Barnes & Noble, and it looked very interesting, but I don't know anything about this story. But that is Touring After the Apocalypse. This is about 2 girls that survived an apocalypse, and most of civilization has perished, but that doesn't stop them from going around Japan sightseeing. And it just seems like a very chill manga, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure it has some very light sci-fi elements to it, and it just seems like a very cool manga, and I'm really excited to start reading this. I got volumes 1 and 2, and come to find out, there's only 4 volumes in this series, so it's a very nice, quick read, so I do want to pick up the next 2 volumes pretty soon. But it's a series produced by Yin Press, and I'm just really excited to start reading this. This is the first series I've ever bought that I know absolutely nothing about and haven't heard about it, so I'm really interested in this. But I'll let you guys know if I recommend this or not after I read it. But I really like the concept of it, and it seems like a very chill manga, so I'm really excited to start reading that. And last series we have in my Barnes & Noble haul is a series that I didn't intend to buy at Barnes & Noble because I was in the B section looking for Blue Lock, and right next to it is a series called Blue Period. This, I've heard about it, but it's about painting, which I think is really cool, because most of the autistic manga I've read is mostly about like manga creating, like Bakuman right here, and I've read a couple others about manga creating, but this follows someone that wants to become a professional painter. I believe most of the story takes place in art school and just shows you how chaotic art school can be. But I've always been into art, so I think I'm gonna really enjoy this manga. So I got volumes 1 and 2 of Blue Period, and I think I'm really gonna enjoy this read. Okay, let me move this over here. Okay, now we just have some volumes just right here that I need to talk about real quick. First 2 is the next 2 I needed for Spy Family. I got these 2 at high-priced books for $5, and they are in perfect condition. Like, there's nothing wrong with them. Volume 5 has just a little bend at the top, but that's it. I mean, for $5, that's a great find. So I'm still loving this series a lot. I'm more ahead in the anime. I started season 2 a little bit ago, and I'm really liking season 2 right now. But the next 2 I have right here, I actually won in a giveaway from TheMangaSloth. TheMangaSloth, he's a great manga YouTuber. I'll have him in the description down below, so make sure you guys check him out. But I entered the giveaway and asked for 2 volume 1s. So he sent me, my instant death ability is so overpowered, no one in this world stands a chance against me. Very long title. It looks very weird. It's like a high school setting kind of, and I thought it was like a more rom-com manga, but it's like high school with a lot of action and sci-fi in it. So it seems a little bit weird, but I will give this a try. And it looks pretty interesting, but I will give this a try. And then the last thing I got from him was something I am like really happy about. It took me a while to figure out it was Mobile Suit Gundam, but the artwork is stunning. I really like that artwork. But it's Mobile Suit Gundam École du Ciel. I'm probably butchering that name. But this is an old Tokyo Pop Gundam series. Now, I personally don't know like anything about the Gundam universe. I know there's a lot of different series, but I don't really understand the Gundam world. But come to find out, this is actually a pretty rare manga. I cannot find this anywhere except eBay, so I'm really happy to have volume 1 of this. But yeah, really cool find. MangaSloth, if you're watching this, thanks so much for these 2 volumes. I really appreciate it. And guys, make sure you check his channel out. He is so good. But thanks so much, MangaSloth, and let's go ahead and move on to the next package. Alright, so next we have the only thing I got from Amazon, and I had to get this series because it's out of stock, like on Right Stuff. But of course, once I order it off of Amazon, it all comes back in stock on Crunchyroll, so... But that series is a series that I am really excited to get into. I already have 8 volumes of it, but that is Jujutsu Kaisen. I read around 5 volumes a couple months ago, but I kind of just fell out of it and really continue reading it for now. But with the recent release of season 2, I am really excited for this series, and so I got 4 more volumes of it, volumes 9 through 12, and I just want to get caught up with this series as fast as I can. And I'm trying my best to avoid any season 2 spoilers. With how big the series is right now, that's quite difficult, but I'm super excited to get into the series again. But volumes 9 through 12 of Jujutsu Kaisen, and then that's all that came in my Amazon haul. Now guys, let's go ahead and move on to my 2 ginormous Crunchyroll boxes. I got both of these in the same order, so this is by far my biggest Crunchyroll or Right Stuff or manga order in general. But let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, alright, let's start. Alright, we're going to start right here. Alright, first up, we have a series that I started out with the anime not too long ago, and I just wanted to see if I liked it enough to buy the manga, and I ended up watching a little bit more than I anticipated, so I had to buy a little bit more extra manga so I had something that I hadn't already seen in the anime. But that series is Coco's Basketball. I got into this series because I saw an edit on YouTube and it just looks so cool. But one reason I watched the anime before buying the manga is because I personally am not a basketball fan. I'm a big football fan, but that's like the only sport I'm into. So I didn't know if I would like this series because it's basketball. But right now, it's my #1 favorite thing I'm reading and watching right now. This series is absolutely phenomenal. And now I'm really into basketball after reading this. But I got the first 6 omnibuses, or 2-in-1s. So I have ones 1 through 12 technically. And I didn't think I would enjoy the manga that well because, I mean, you kind of need animation for basketball. But the manga really does a great job. And the manga is definitely good as well. But yeah, I got the first 6 2-in-1s. So volumes 1 through 12. And guys, if you're into basketball, definitely check this series out. It is so good. Or if you're not into basketball and you want to get into it, definitely check this out. Because, I mean, I wasn't into it before watching it. But it's such a good series. But this is definitely my #1 favorite thing I'm reading and watching right now. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next. And keeping it up with the sports, I don't know why. I just all of a sudden got really into sports manga. So I got 2 sports manga right here. But that series is Blue Lock. I didn't find this at Barnes & Noble, as I told you, so I went ahead and bought it as a bundle from Crunchyroll and got a really good deal on it. But I got volumes 1 through 3, really excited to start reading this. But when I think about it, this is like the only sports manga that's very popular right now, that's keep on coming out, that I can think of. But this is a very popular manga right now, so definitely excited to start reading this. And then the last series we have in this first box right here is a series that is extremely underrated, but that is Otherworldly Izakaya Nobu. Guys, if you're into Japanese food and just want a cozy manga, look no further than this. It's set in a fictional European city in the medieval ages, and Shinobu and her chef open up a Japanese pub in a European city, and it just shows you the everyday life of in that pub. Each chapter is a different point of view, so it has European soldiers that come in, it has tax collectors, it has a wealthy child that's very picky about food, trying out the food in this. And guys, I dare you to try and read this and not get extremely hungry afterward. The artist of this really can flex on how good he can make Japanese food. But this is produced by Udon Entertainment, which is actually the first Udon Entertainment manga I've ever bought in my collection. But guys, this is my #1 recommendation if you want a underrated series that not a lot of people know about, because I want this series to be a lot more popular. So definitely check this series out. It is so good. But anyway, I got volumes 1, 2, volume 3, and volume 4. But such a good series, definitely check this out. It is well worth the read. Okay guys, now we're moving on to the very last box. And this, I saved for the very last because this is by far my favorite box we're gonna open in this video. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay you guys, let's go ahead and start out with the first series in this box. And guys, I am caught up with the tremendous series that is Vinland Saga. I am so happy to be caught up with this series. I went ahead and bought volumes 10, 11, 12, and volume 13. Guys, I'm so happy to finally own this, and this series is just so good. Now personally, I've always liked the prologue the best, which is volumes 1 through 4. That was definitely my favorite part of Vinland Saga, but now, just in these volumes right here, it's gotten as good as the prologue. This is just such a good series. This is my second favorite series of all time. But anyway, I don't want to talk about this series too much because, guys, I could talk about this series for an entire video. But I just gotta say, if you haven't read or watched the series yet, definitely do. And if you decide to go with the manga route, you get these beautiful hardcover volumes. And guys, you would not be disappointed with this series. It's so good. But anyway, let's quickly move on before I talk about this series any longer. So let's go ahead and move on to the next series in this box. And this series, guys, I've already read volume 1. and I am loving this series so much. But that is Blade of the Immortal, and I got the omnibuses of them. They do make collector's editions, but personally I wouldn't waste too many of those. They are very nice, but they charge $50 per volume, and personally I think the omnibuses are beautiful. They are very high quality, the pages aren't thin at all, and the spines look really cool. You got different color on each one and a different character, and with the Japanese writing it just looks so good, and has some of the greatest art I have ever seen. It is very realistic and very rough, and I don't know how the mangaka of this can make such a good story and at the same time such great art. His art is truly a masterpiece. Now the story follows a samurai. His name is Manji, and like the name suggests, he's immortal. He's killed over 100 innocent people in his life, so one day he decides to make up for those deaths. He's decided to kill 1,000 bad guys. But as he wants to do that, he teams up with a girl named Rin, who wants to get revenge on a very powerful samurai clan that was responsible for killing her parents. And the story just follows them two working together to accomplish each of their goals. But I do want to mention that this series is definitely on the more mature end. I'm sure you guys guessed that by now, but it's definitely very mature, so make sure you look into this series before you buy it. But if you're into Japanese culture, samurai, and more mature manga, look no further than this series. It is so good, and I highly recommend it. Alright, moving on to pretty much the complete opposite of this series, we have a very cozy slice of life manga named Barakamon. I've had volume 1 in my collection since like the very beginning of my manga collection, and it was actually the first slice of life manga I'd ever read. And to be honest with you guys, I didn't actually enjoy it too much, but I read it a couple weeks ago and I enjoyed it so much. And I think I didn't enjoy it too much when I got it because that was the first slice of life I'd ever read, so I think I wasn't just used to it. But now that I'm a big slice of life fan, I reread it and absolutely adored it. So I went ahead and bought 3 more volumes, and I'm just so excited to read more of this. And for those who don't know what it's about this calligrapher that is sent to a island that doesn't have a large population. It's a very small town, so he just wants to go over there to get some peace and quiet so he can focus on his calligraphy. But he ends up pretty much having a more chaotic life there than in the city, because he just starts bonding with all the villagers and meets this kid right here. God, I don't know why I can't remember her name, but he ends up meeting her, and she just causes a lot of trouble, but she's absolutely hilarious. And I hope that this series is kind of getting more and more rare to find, but right now, at least at the time of this recording, Crunchyroll has most of it in stock. I think there's only like 2 or 3 volumes that isn't in stock, if any. But if you want to get into this series, I recommend doing it now, just in case it does get rare to find. But guys, this is such a good slice of life manga, and I highly recommend this. Okay guys, now moving on, we have the final series in the last box right here, and not surprisingly, it's another slice of life manga, but not just any slice of life manga. This series is Flying Witch. Guys, I mean, what can I say about this series? This series is extremely underrated, and personally, this is my favorite by far slice of life manga of all time. I got volumes 5, 6, and 7, and I just gotta say, volume 7's art on the front cover is really cool. I really like how that looks. But right now there is, I believe, 12 volumes out right now. Volume 12 is on a pre-order, and I'm really happy that this series is still going, because I want as much of this as I can, because this series is just so wholesome, so funny, and so cute. It's just truly a masterpiece slice of life manga, and I cannot recommend this series enough. This is by far my favorite slice of life, and definitely check this out if you're into cozy manga. It is so good. And this is the only manga that's ever made me laugh out loud. It is hilarious, so I'm super happy I got more of this. But now, that's all the manga in all the boxes, so now I just have one more thing to show you guys. And the last thing I have to show you is the One Piece box set 3. And guys, I am so happy to finally own this. Because guys, once I started my One Piece journey, this box set right here is the one thing I was looking forward to the most, because I know this has some very peak moments, like Marineford, which unfortunately I know most of the spoilers in Marineford, but when it's such a big series like One Piece, you're not gonna go through the series without some spoilers. But I just can't wait for this box set. I went ahead and actually started it. I'm almost done with Thriller Bulk, and one thing I have to say about Thriller Bulk is, why does it get so much hate? I am absolutely loving that arc right now. In fact, it's one of my favorites. So I don't know why that's considered like one of the worst arcs. But anyway, I'm absolutely loving this, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys all the sides to it. We got the front right here, which the treasure chest look of it is, I think, is as good or if not better than the fourth box set. I just really like the wooden aspect to it. So you got the front right there. You got the side with Brook. I'm really liking Brook right now. Then you got the back right here, which I'm really loving this imagery with Nami and Chopper. That's really cute. And then you got the other side right there. And now let's go ahead and open it up. You got really nice Velcro. And then you have the tremendous One Piece spines. I think the spines should get better and better with each box set. This one's by far my favorite, and the arcs it comes with is Thriller Bulk, Sabodi or Sabodi, however you say it, Impel Down, Paramount War arc, and the New World. Now, of course, since the One Piece spines doesn't tell you like every single arc, like this one right here should be Amazon Lily, and one of these should be Marineford. Doesn't tell you all of them, which I wish it did. I wish it went way more into detail, so it's way easier to know what you're on. And now I'm going to put you on a time lapse and show you guys all the covers right now, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, you guys, thanks so much for watching to the end. I hope you enjoyed my Wintertime haul, because I definitely did. And I really enjoyed showing you guys all the different series that I got. And make sure you guys comment down below any manga hauls you've picked up recently. I'm always interested in series you guys collect. But anyway, that's gonna wrap up my Wintertime haul. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.